Gas prices are on the rise again. Grocery costs are not coming down. And if you paid attention to the news, it seems like something is really off because here's the part that nobody is saying out loud. We might be headed into one of the worst economic setup possibly that we could see in America for the second time. And if you don't understand exactly what's going on right now, it might cost you. Now, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my goal is very simple to help you understand money at a level that most people never will, because right now the headlines are very confusing. Depending on what social media outlet you're looking at, inflation is under control. The economy is still very strong. The Fed is handling everything. But then when you take a step back and a zoom out and start connecting the dots, it paints a very different picture than what the news is portraying. And of course, and today I want to break it down in plain English so you understand what is actually happening, why this really matters in the economy, and what smart people are doing with their money right now. So let's start with the big trigger. Right now, it is the global tensions, especially in the Middle East. As we're pushing oil prices higher, you might just look at what the cost is on a barrel, and oil is just not about gas. Again, zooming out bigger picture, shipping, manufacturing, food production, basically everything you buy, when oil prices go up, everything gets more expensive, but that is only the very first step. Now you layer on top of this inflation that never really went away. It slowed down. We got it to about 2.8%, but it never really disappeared. And now with energy prices rising, we are going to see that inflation pressure start to creep back up. Now, originally they had said 3 to 5 rate reductions this year. Then they were talking maybe 1 to 2. As it sits right now, we might not see any rate reductions in 2026, which could be a very, very dangerous game. At the same time, inflation is actually starting to rise again. The economic growth is slowing within the United States. Consumers are stretched, debt is rising, the charge-offs are going through the roof, savings are down, and companies are tightening up not only on the budget, but also on the staff as we see the jobs report coming back with some absolutely horrific numbers. Now, this combination really has a name, and a lot of people don't understand, but when I say it, maybe you know what it is: stagflation. That is when prices go up through inflation, but the economy slows down, which creates that stagnation. So why is this such a big deal? Normally, the government has the tools to fix it. If the economy slows down, they cut interest rates. Historically, that's exactly what we see. If inflation rises, they raise the rates or they keep the rates the same. Very simple, right? But when it comes to stagflation, this is something that is very, very hard to do because this is when both problems are happening at essentially the same time. So what do they actually do? Raise rates, you're going to crush the economy and drive it down even further. Lower rates, inflation is going to start getting out of control or raise up higher. So you're kind of in a very dangerous situation as we look at the US economy, because of course, with this, there is no easy fix. But now let's bring it down to real life, bring it down to you and me. It's not just a theory, it's about your money. This is the big part where people are really feeling stressed. And this is what it looks like for the average person. Gas prices are going up. You feel it now. You feel it in your paycheck. It's immediate. Every single time you go to the pump to fill up your car, you are feeling it. Food prices are starting to rise again. Not all at once, but some steadily and some slowly, but some really, really suddenly that we're seeing a big price increase. I went to Kroger, got a pound of ground round. 1 pound was now $6.99. And then the third one, the rates are going to stay higher, longer, and they possibly even, some people toyed around with an increase in rates. So that means for, again, you and I, mortgage rates are going to stay expensive or stay the same. Credit card debt could get worse if these companies are getting the squeeze, and car loans are going to hurt a lot more because those rates are not coming down as they were kind of expected. Now, here's the part that a lot of people miss. Even if you make the same income, you are losing and your money is losing buying power. This is the reason why we talk about when it comes to like emergency funds, when it comes to savings, when it comes to actual cash dollars, you are losing buying power every single year due to inflation. And that is built into the economy. That is something that has never changed. And that's the reason why when it comes to the Federal Reserve, their target for inflation is 2%. The target isn't 1%. The target isn't 0% because they want to continue growing the economy. That is the reason why we have that target rate of the 2%. You're working just as hard, maybe as many hours, and you're getting less in return because of the cost of things that are just getting more expensive. And that is where a majority of people are starting to really fall behind, not because they're lazy, not because they don't understand what is happening within the economy. Now, here's where I really want to get your attention. Even the Federal Reserve is in a very tough spot right now. They've spent the last couple of years trying to fight inflation, but now they're stuck between two very, very tough options, honestly. Policymakers don't have a clear path of exactly what they're going to do. The market has been extremely volatile. Last couple days, even going into last week, the market took a nosedive, about 8 to 10%. Last 2 days, we've seen a really big recovery. That's why you're seeing very sudden drops in the market, sharp rebounds and uncertainty everywhere. And it is crazy to see what is going on. And uncertainty is where a majority of people make their biggest mistakes when it comes to investing. They panic, they react emotionally, they make short-term decisions that are going to crush the long-term wealth building that we're looking at. So what are you looking at financially and what smart people are doing right now? First of all, don't panic. No guessing. They're adjusting and changing their holdings by just a little bit. You can tweak a portfolio 3-5%. If you're doing dollar cost averaging, continue doing exactly what you're doing. Big thing that I'm doing right now, getting tighter with spending. Not extreme, but very, very intentional. Where I can cut back on some of that discretionary spending, looking and really meal prepping, not eating out as much, even maybe not driving as much if it's not required. And of course, second one, holding more cash than usual. Opportunities are going to come when things get very unstable. And even looking at a 10% dip in the market, we talk about buying the dip. And again, timing the market isn't going to be possible. But if you have cash that you can kind of put into the market when there is a 5, 7, 10% dip, it does rebound and it will rebound over an extended amount of time. When my time frame is the next 20 to 30 years, I still have a huge window. And of course, number 3, being more selective with investments, not chasing the hype, focusing on the quality and really leveraging and paying attention. This is one of those big moments where awareness is going to be one of your biggest advantages when it comes to investing overall. And here's the truth that most people won't hear when they think about this. Moments like this are where the financial gaps are really created. The average person is going to get squeezed. The regular person or the informed person is going to be a lot more positioned for exactly what is going on in the market. That way, when we do see the rebound, and again, historically, there's always been a rebound, even if we're entering a time of stagflation where the market's kind of even, right now gives you a really good opportunity to buy. And it is really about the game of accumulation of assets. So I'm not saying panic at all. I'm saying pay attention to the market, pay attention to what's going on, because what is happening right now could shape the next few years and the next few decades of your financial life. So of course, guys, if you found this video helpful at all, definitely make sure you're subscribed to the channel, give it a thumbs up, share the video out there so we can get it out to everyone. And I'm going to be breaking down this a lot more because honestly, it is something that I am super interested in and very well vested in, having an entire portfolio. And of course, I want to help you make better financial decisions, whether it's investing, whether it's ETFs, whether it's debt, and really paying off and eliminating in its entirety. And if you want to stay ahead of this, guys, make sure we are doing videos almost every single day. This is how we're breaking down everything when it comes to exactly where your money needs to be in these uncertain times. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.